Right, good morning, good morning, good morning, or Galimera, Galimera, Galimera. How you doing? Right, this morning I'm starting the broadcast with the chickens. They are becoming a pest. This black one here is actually our favourite. Her name is Dorothy. She's been with us for quite a while now. The rest of them are just being real pests this morning. I feel sorry for the cats trying to eat. I'm having to fend them off. Normally Jane and I would do that together. But on my own, it's a little bit awkward. Anyway, just to say that the weather today is absolutely glorious, far better than what it was like yesterday. That is for sure. The wind have abated. There's not a cloud in. Again, we had a power cut this morning for Alan and Amanda up the road from us. I don't know if you had a power cut this morning, but we certainly did here. And it got me up early, rushing out to get things like cat litter and cat food and do those little jobs that needed to be done a little bit earlier in the morning. And as I was coming back on a little errand, guess what? The power was back on. So I was really chuffed about that. So anyway, I've decided I'm going to do my broadcast from outside again as normal. Showed you the estate, showed you how things are. People already tuning in. I've got to be honest with you, today is not good news. Not good news at all. There's a lot been going on and things have been happening here in Greece. But today's news is mainly to do with the island. Anyway, first of all, just turn to the right page. As you probably may have heard, Greece has had a record amount of increases in COVID virus. This morning it was reported that there was 1,547 new cases, and that is a record in Greece at the moment. Also, we've had 10 deaths as well, bringing the total to 603. Now, of those total deaths, one of them is, I'm afraid, the 56-year-old coach driver that was here on the island. He'd been taken very ill. He'd obviously been driving coaches for tourists as well as school children, and you may remember that he was admitted to the hospital here on the island, but he was in such a serious condition that unfortunately he couldn't be moved over to Rio, to Patra, the hospital at Rio in Patra, for treatment there. So basically he was being treated here. Anyway, unfortunately this morning it was breaking news as I was putting my little blog together. He passed away at 56 years of age. We think we may actually know him. We're not going to say any more than that, but can I just send my condolences to his family and to his wife at this time for their loss. So that means we've had 3 deaths now here on the island since the pandemic has started, and the total in Greece at the moment is 603. Also as well, we've had figures released for fires on the island. The fire section here have released their annual report of how fires have been going. And this year, 2020, the island has experienced 88 fires with 2,280 acres of land burned in those fires. Now, last year in 2019, we had 84 fires, but we had 7,124 acres of land burned. The fire chief is actually saying that, the figures are similar, but obviously the acreage of burning is not as bad as last year. However, the record, looking at the figures, was in 2017, where the island experienced 144 fires and 29,310 acres of land was burned back in 2017. So anyway, the fire section here have been doing a good job. One thing that they did say, that most of the fires here are due to not to negligence. What he's saying is that there has been an increase in arson here on the island. In fact, 7 people were arrested through the year. and 33 of those were fined or had fines imposed upon them. But most fires are not due to people's negligence, but through people actively going out and setting fires. So that is an interesting statistic there. Another interesting statistic as well that has just come out from IC. They're an environmental organisation. Now, they've been doing checks on the beaches throughout the Ionian, and unfortunately, Lagana has been reported as being one of the dirtiest beaches in the Ionian. They personally did 5 cleanups on the island, removing 72,000 objects, which was around 350 kilos of rubbish. Now, out of that 350 kilos of rubbish, only 15 kilos were recyclable. So what they're saying now is that people need to be more aware going onto the beaches. People need to take their rubbish away. The main causes for the rubbish dumps are, again, as always, styrofoam cups, straws, plastic for your frappe coffee, etc. So they count everything from the smallest item to the largest item, and these figures were for 2019. All right. Anyway, more bad news, I'm afraid. A friend of ours last night was burgled. Somebody attempted to burgle him a few weeks ago by breaking a small window. Unfortunately, last night, the burglars returned and forced their way into his home, and obviously he was robbed. The area was the Ali Kez area. The owner, I'm not going to say his name, he has made it public on Facebook, but basically warning everybody now, times are hard, people are taking advantage of people, and if you've left a window or a door open, there is a chance that maybe you're inviting someone into your home to rob you. So once again, please be vigilant, please be careful. Also, to our last remaining tourists that are still here, just because you're on holiday, don't let your guard down. Don't leave your windows open at night if it's too hot for you in your room or whatever. Make sure you put any valuables away. Put them in the safe if you've got them. Again, don't give the opportunist thief a chance to steal some of your stuff and obviously spoil what could have been a nice holiday for you. Right, so there you go. That's the news for today. Not good news, I've got to be honest. Hopefully we might have something a little bit happier for you tomorrow. What am I doing today? Well, at the moment I've got the washing on, so I'm going to get the washing out. I've also got a couple of errands to do in the town. Also as well, don't forget, tomorrow I'm doing another broadcast tomorrow live from the house, 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK, 5 o'clock in the afternoon from Greece, for 2 hours of Halloween style music. Can I say thank you to those people who tuned in yesterday, and thank you for the comments as well. They were greatly appreciated. So once again, if you want a request or a dedication for Halloween, just pop it in the bottom below in the comments area and I will collate them all together. Thank you to those people who have already been putting stuff in there, and I look forward to basically that show tomorrow, coming to you live from Studio 1 in Macardo with me, DJ Ginge. Anyway, you have a good day, have a good time, and you stay safe, and I'll catch you later. Ta-ra. And now it won't switch off. Come on, finish. Was that still on? It's still on. Come on.